This video is for anyone who doesn't have much time to stay fit, or perhaps doesn't know how to fit health into a very busy life, a life that involves working long hours, perhaps with a long commute, dedication to family, and anything else that goes alongside that. And what you're finding is probably that your health is being squeezed at both ends, and you're not really eating well, you're not doing as much exercise as you need to do. So what I wanted to do is show you that there's a different way of doing things, and there are a few little hacks that you can put together in order to take charge of your time so that you prioritize your health, because if it is important to you, you need to make time for it, and anything in life that's worthwhile we make time for. But it's easy for me to say I'm a health professional, I spend my life doing this, but I do work with very busy individuals. That's kind of what we do at Hounds of Health. We work with people in senior management, people who have professions that require long hours, perhaps split shifts. We have teachers, we have doctors, we work with managing directors, entrepreneurs, people who are in finance, people who are working from home, people who have a family to look after. So there's always challenges around time, and people come to us because we can help them navigate some of those challenges. But I'd like to just take a look at how we prioritize your time. If you have a very demanding job, you may find that actually if you exercise and eat well, it's going to make everything easier. But that short-term period where you're really challenged with some new habits and new behaviors, that's where everything can kind of fall apart. And we want to break that down into manageable chunks. So I'm going to give you a couple of actions that you can take in order to make that a little bit easier. So the first thing I'd like you to look at is, you've got to get your value system correct. And by that I mean you've got to make sure that health is something that is a priority for you. If it is a priority, say it's in the top 2 or 3 areas of your life that you deem important, then we've got to make sure that we dedicate the time and kind of mental resource to get the best result. So some people may put family at the top of that list as their number 1, and then number 2 may be health and fitness. But if you find that you're not really making any time for health and fitness, you're making more time for Netflix, more time for watching football or whatever it is that you do, then it's not really a priority. We've got to make sure that our value system adjusts for that, and that's fine. Health and fitness could be lower, and if it is lower, then that's fine. We just got to make peace with that. So once you've kind of assigned a value to health and fitness, then we need to work out how we can best attack it. And often I think it's not about what you can do, it's like what time do you have to act. So I would look at my diary at the beginning of the week and work out where I can fit my health and fitness in. Now, from the point of view of training, if you can train twice a week, you've got to look at your diary and say, right, I can fit in a home workout on a Saturday morning, or I can do something before work. Or if you're working with a personal trainer, you book in those sessions and you make sure that you get up a little bit earlier. But being proactive and not leaving it to last minute is going to be a really, really valuable tool to long-term success, because it's going to make sure that it's non-negotiable. And if you can make it non-negotiable, you can make it important, and you take action, then you're going to see it through. And you get better at it the more you do it. The second thing is with food, the same actions need to take place. Like, what time do I have to eat well? Now, good food often takes preparation. It takes preparation because you've got to cook whole foods. As much as I'd love to be able to eat takeaways and get someone to cook for me, that's not an option. And to be fair, I do enjoy cooking, but I know I need to have good ingredients. So we do a weekly shop. We just go online. We kind of add the previous shopping list to the new one, just make adjustments based on what we've run out of. And that means that we save probably about an hour and a half doing that, because it takes a long time, especially with 2 kids, take them to the local superstore, walk around it, wait in the queue and all those things. So we just get it delivered. We'll use things like some convenience foods. We will use some frozen veg. We do use packets of rice sometimes, because it just gets things done. So we find a few efficiencies within our shopping list. One tactic is to batch cook at the weekends to ensure that you've got some good food in the freezer. You can take it to work, and when you come home after a long day, you can just take it out of the freezer, add something like some rice to it or some vegetables, and you're done. So one of the final little areas that I'd like you to focus on, and I've seen great value in, is that even though the modern world and the modern workplace is generally quite sedentary, it doesn't have to be that way. And I'd like you to prioritize movement in some way. So I'd like you to look at your diary again. It's about diary management. If you don't manage your time, someone else will. Someone will demand more time from you. So you've got to set boundaries around it. I want you to take a look at your day and see where you can fit some movement in. If you're not getting up from your desk for 3 or 4 hours, that's not right, and you're going to pay a price eventually, whether with your low back, with your posture. So I want you to get up as regularly as you can and add it in, set an alarm, whatever it is, every 45 minutes, go and take a coffee break, tea break, walk down the stairs, do whatever you need to do. And also at lunch, don't sit down and eat your lunch at a desk. I'm out and about. I mean, I'm in a gym all the time, but it does get quite dark. It does get quite oppressive to be out of the light for long periods of time. So I'm out and about in a nice kind of area, just a bit of grass, sit down, get some sun, and just decompress a little bit. So if you can go for a walk, eat your lunch outside, go somewhere different, even when it's cold and wet, try and find a different environment to move to than your desk, because you can't spend 10 hours at a desk and be productive. The body and the brain are connected. If you do not move and if you do not stimulate your body, your brain will shut down and you won't be as productive. The ancient Greeks believed that the mind and the body were very much, if you had a physical body, you had a body that you trained, and your mind would also be trained. So I don't think that's changed in the couple of thousand years since then. I think it's great advice. How you do it is going to be around time management. So if we look at the theme for today, it's like, how do we integrate health into your life? It's all about time management. Manage your time, and therefore you'll have a greater level of success, a greater level of adherence, and more consistency, which over time leads to better outcomes around health. There's no magic bullet, there's no secret sauce, there's no kind of study or supplement that's going to get you amazing results. You have the power to do it, and it's all about how you manage your time and integrate health into your life. If it's at the top of your value system, make sure you prioritize the time that's needed in order to get the result you want. Thanks for your time. Check us out, houndsofhealth.co.uk.